Your boy Kane saying what's up? A Serie A, not Serie A, Serie A title race. La Liga. Is it all done with your boys Barcelona, or can Mbappe do a little something with his goals, and what do his goals mean? And do Aston Villa and Unai dare do the flipping unthinkable? League review. Let's 100% get it. Let's go. So I want to first start with the, but remember guys, if you want to skip to the league you want to go to, if you go onto the thing below, I've put bookmarks for the league. So if you want to focus on EPL or La Liga, the bookmarks are there below. I've put bookmarks in. So I want to first start with the Bundesliga right now, man. So there we go. So Bundesliga. So look, guys. So if you look at it right now, our dear friends here, it's 15 games played, 13 W's, 2 draws, 0 losses, bro. 41 points. And Dortmund, who we know Dortmund ain't doing anything, are with 32 points. So this guy, basically it's already done. They're already 9 points ahead. So I think the league is already done. So what this is about is, can company equal what Bayer Leverkusen did? Because you know what is so crazy is, with all the league wins that Bayern Munich have done, they have never actually gone through the whole league unbeaten. So as of right now, this is not about winning the league. This is about going undefeated. So that should be the focus, because company is not saying, guys, guys, we need to win and we need to win the title. The title is done. Bayern Munich are 25-26 Bundesliga champions. Kane, you have another trophy. This is about, can you go undefeated? They should. But something tells you they'll have one L. Something that tells you that they'll have one L. And it's so crazy. When you look at that, your Pankers team, when you look at the Pep Guardiola team and just how good those guys were, the likes of Bart Simpson, of Robin, of Ribery, of Mandzukic, of Schweinsteiger, and those guys never went unbeaten. And little old Leverkusen went unbeaten. It's crazy. Now, you could argue that maybe the Bundesliga was much stronger during the days of Pep Guardiola and your Pankers. But it's also crazy that, Bayern have never gone undefeated. So that is the aim, to go undefeated. But let's look at our guy here. Your boy Harry Kane. 9. Nobody else is in double figures, and this dude is on 19 goals. We'll get to your boy, we'll get to your boy Haaland when we get to the EPL. But that's crazy. 19 goals. Assists, Michael Olise. So his GA, I know you are GA mentions 22 GA. Bro, that's crazy. So I actually want to know, what's even the record of most goals in a Bundesliga season? Because Harry Kane, because think about it, it's how good Harry Kane is as a goal scorer. Big games is different. How good he is as a goal scorer, and also it's how good this team is, and just how company has gotten the best out of him. Because I think Kane, as an overall player, is probably been at his best in this team. So you just wonder if, let's say, he went to Bayern a lot earlier, how good could he have been? I want to look at your XG. Where's XG? Big chances created. There we go, XG. So his I'm not. Shout out to guys. Remember, for us to for it starts much out there. His XG is 13, and he scored 19 goals. That is that's insanity. So he's literally basically, but he's actually outperformed it by 6. So that just shows you that is bloody amazing. So again, people say it's the Bundesliga, or as our clown English talent would say, Bundesligas, whatever you want to say. Even for Lewandowski, it is still super impressive what he's doing. I mean, it's simply outstanding. Who has the big chance? I want to go to big chances created. Oh, Michael Olise. Look, it's an amazing team. It's a superb team. But I think for Bayern Munich, this is not about the Bundesliga. So again, they have two aims here. It's to go undefeated and to win the UCL. Those are their main objectives here: to go undefeated in the league and to try and win the UCL. They're very capable of winning the UCL. But I think if this team grows, specifically Musiala and Alphonso Davies to come in, it'll be amazing. Look, shout out to the other teams in there. shout out to your boys, Dortmund. Like, let's be real. What is much more interesting is like from second down. Because obviously Dortmund on 32 points, Leverkusen on 29 points, Leipzig on 29 points, Hoffenheim on 27 points. So what's much more interesting is really the race for top four and top three. With regards to the league leaders, it's all done. It's finito. All right, let's go. Let's go to Syria. Let's go to your Syria boys. Let me just give you. Let's go to Syria. Okay, boom. So Syria. Guys, I don't want anyone who says Serie someone off my damn stream. We're not going to insult the Series. Yes, they're not what they once were, but let's check this out. Inter 33, Milan 32, Napoli 31, Roma 30, Juventus 29, and then it probably tails off there. So you have 4 points separating fifth from first. This is an amazing title race. So if it's asking, oh, you have four, who do you think will win Syria? I have no freaking idea. And I think what you've seen from Syria is, so when I was growing up, it was at most a 3-horse race. But really, it was either Juve, Milan. Yeah, it was either Juve or Milan. And then sometimes Inter would say, what's up? And remember, that's Roma win, I think, in the 2001 season. That's where it was Totti. I think Batista was there. Was Tomasi there? I don't know whether Tomasi was there in that Roma team. So, but I think what you see now is there's far more parity. Because Milan and Juve were so strong, there was a separation between them and everyone else. And if you look at it, Bologna are not that far behind. Come on, another far behind. So, like, almost the distance between Bologna and Inter is maybe the distance between like a third and a first in other leagues. So, if you just want to look at a fascinating title race, it's this league title race. And I'm looking at this right now. I don't know who can win because I'm not a big fan of Shivu. You can't sleep on my boy Allegri, but again, the Milan players are not that good. Conte is a league merchant, so you can't sleep on him. And I think Roma have been the surprising who've been able to say, what's up? Juve, they've underperformed. For a team that's good, they've underperformed. Well, actually, no, I made a mistake. So, actually, so Roma and Juve, they're actually on 6-16. But even if Inter or Milan win their games, they are still within touching distance. But just when you just look at how close those 3 teams are, even all those 4 teams are, it's pretty close. So let's say Inter win that their game in hand. 6 points between 4th and 1st. That's nothing. That's not nothing. So that's pretty real. So all right, here's the thing. Look. The days of Vieri, Weah, Baggio, Shevchenko, and Batistuta, those days are gone. We just need to accept that those days are gone. Those days no longer exist. The highest goal scorer is on 8 goals. So how many? Highest goal scorer is on 8 goals. And 15 games have been played. Highest goal scorer is on 8 goals. Lord in heaven, I don't even know what to say. Shout out to your boy Nick Pasman, who's obviously a highly rated player. I think that's your boy Como. But the fact that you've got Captain America, basically, Çalhanoğlu, Captain America, and Lautaro Martinez are the top goal scorers, and they're in single digits. Let's be real. I still feel it's a frustrating title race, but the decline in quality of the league has been shocking. Because to go from the likes of a Shevchenko and a Batistuta and a Vieri to Lautaro Martinez giving you single digits, that is a huge decline. With all due disrespect, that's a huge, massive decline. Let's look at XG. Well, look, even if you look at basically Moise Kean is effing up because Moise Kean actually should be on 9.70. So obviously he's been effing up and underperforming. Shout out to my guy Gift Orban. So Lautaro Martinez, he's outperformed it by 2, so that's fine. But I would have hoped that you'd have seen maybe an XG, hopefully in double figures. So it's a case of there's a potential to score more. But the highest XG here is 9.70. So it just shows you that the individual goal scoring quality in this league ain't great. And let's be real, if people are looking to buy guys, nobody's trying to buy guys in Syria. But look, as I said again, in terms of who's going to win it, I have no idea. And I think you could have a situation where maybe, Roma are hanging in there, but I feel that it's going to be those three teams. It's going to be between Inter, Milan, and Napoli. I think there's going to be a separation. Maybe like week 25, there'll be a separation, and then you'll see Roma, Juve, Bologna fight for that second band, and it will be between Inter, Milan, Napoli. But I do feel at the very least we're going to get a three-horse race, 100%. So all three teams are going to be in on it, and we may have a case where maybe all three teams last few days of the season could actually say what's up. So shout out to Serie. Can we get some more goal scorers in Serie, please? Thank you. All right, well, so let's go. Where should we go next? Let's go to La Liga. Let's go to La Liga. I want to leave the Premier League till last. Oh gosh, why is this loading up like this? Come on, Premier. There we go. All right. There you go. So, all right. Here's the thing here. All right. Okay, good. Okay, let's be real. Atleti are not so serious. Atleti on 37 points there, they're not serious there. For me, Real Madrid, they're hanging in there. Madrid are hanging in there. And the fear is if it's a title race. The fear is if these guys just go away and win everything. So if Villarreal win their 2 games in hand, that's 41 points. Now, I am not making a case of them doing something. All I'm saying, though, is that, remember, Villarreal have 2 games in hand on Barca and Real. If they win those 2 games in hand, they're on 41 points. And that means that they'll just be 5 points off of Barca. They're not doing anything. Let's keep it real. Villarreal have a 0% chance. Oh, no, they have a 0% chance of doing everything. This is between Barca and Real. Atleti, I think too much damage has been done. See, Atleti, when they went on that run, where they beat Real, they could have done something. See, if they had beaten Barcelona, they could have been on saying something, but they've just lost too many games. They've just lost far too many games, and that's the issue. I mean, I'm just going to you see, hold up. You see, losing to Bilbao, that's a Barcelona loss. You see, they've actually been on a pretty good run. They've actually been on. You see, those 2 losses is what screwed them up. You see, for me, I think that, put it this way, losing to Barca, it is what it is. Barca have a good record. It's losing to Bilbao. That loss to Bilbao is what messed them up. Losing to Bilbao is what messed them up. But since then, they've actually been, like, league-wise, actually, well, there's only been 2 league games, but since that loss to Bilbao, they've actually been on a really good winning run. And if we look at Barcelona matches, look at that. Hey, Chelsea. So since the Chelsea L, it's been pure money. It's been pure money. 3-1, 3-1, 5-3, 2-1, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. And to be fair here, now shout out to Guadalajara. Last 3 games, clean sheets. But literally, Barca have just been on an amazing run since that loss to Chelsea. And I think that is what has put them ahead. And the issue for Real Madrid is, so if we track it, that's where they lost it. Basically, the drawing against Rayo Vallecano, the draw to Elche, that was a huge. Basically, those draws, the draw to the draw to the Volcano, draw to Elche, drawing to Girona, then the loss to Celta Vigo. Is those draws combined with the loss and then Barca's run? That's how Barca are ahead. And if you think about it, okay, it's a way to Rayo Vallecano's final. Drawing to Elche was crazy, and they were 2-0 down again. Drawing to Girona, that's crazy. But then the loss to Celta Vigo at home, that was a turning point, and that's where, okay, you know, your boy Alonso could be screwed. So just that band there is where it really went crazy. So if you look at, shout out to your boy Mbappe, 18 Gs. Shout out to Ferran Torres. How is Ferran Torres second? Bro, so the fact that Ferran Torres is second is impressive. That's actually pretty damn impressive, you know. And this is, but keep in mind the Rafinha has been injured. So Lewandowski, he's old, but Lewandowski has been injured a bit, and Rafinha has been injured. So if Rafinha didn't have that injury left, I think Rafinha would be like on 12 or 13 Gs, 100%. So this is definitely a Rafinha injury tax. But shout out to your boy Mbappe. And I want to look at XG. Performance XG. So his XG is 15 performed by Three. But again, I'll be fair here. A lot of those are penalties. And you know what I always say? I like to separate penalties and open playing goals. That's what I like to see. I mean, do they do a? I want to see how many of those are penalties. Do they show penalties here? Okay, see, there we go. So five. So yeah, so really, I'll give. So really, it's like So for me, I say it's 13 open play goals, because five of those are penalties. So that's my thing there. So I like to look at it more as the 13 because penalties and open play goals are. So what's more impressive are your penalty goals. So really, it's 13 really. But we're looking at it out overall. It's 18. Shout out to your boy Yamal. I was okay to say about Yamal. Yamal is a creative player. He's a creator. He creates. Marcus Rashford. Bro, Rashford's value on this team is real. Give your love to your boy Rashford. The fact that he's even of not assist but is amazing. He has outperformed what I thought that he would do. I thought this guy would be a bomb. Key goals, so he's scoring goals and he's creating. He's been supremely amazing. Who are the most big chances created? Hold on. Yamal. Shout out to your boy Yamal. And your boy, the Google is there. Shout out to your boy Yamal. So look, I think Barca are definitely on form. I think for Barca, I think Rafinha coming back is bad news for Real Madrid. But what I know is that when is El Clasico? Because I think it's probably I think it's in May. Hold up. March, Barcelona. I think it's in May, around 29. I think it's actually the last few weeks. Barcelona. Now it's going to be key. Around 30, Atleti, Barca, and Barca are away. Where are we at? 135? There we go. Right. So really, this is like 4 games to the end of the season. So that game could be crucial. So the El Clasico being around 35 could be crucial. So that could be very key. So I think, look, for me, at the moment, the smart money is on Barcelona, but a lot can change. An injury to Yamal here, an injury to a Rashford here, and if Real now begins to really pick up form and they now become cohesive and Vini remembers how to play, you can say what's up. But at the moment, Barca looks smart monitors to say what's up. And again, look, shout out to your boy Mbappe getting all those goals. But those goals have to come with wins. If Mbappe wins the European Golden Shoe and gets 35 goals, but doesn't win any trophies, it's a failure. We're not here for personal records. We're here for trophies. So I can be like, hey, 8 goals. But Mbappe will know that. I would rather score 11 goals and win La Liga and the UCL than score 40 goals and end up trophyless. So it doesn't matter how many goals Mbappe scores. He needs Goulet to create. He needs Vini to score. He needs Bellingham to score. Because if they don't do that and Barca keep playing well, they will not win this league. If Real Madrid as a whole don't all contribute and only Mbappe is contributing, they will not win the league. Barcelona will win the league. So remember, this is a team sport. All right, let's move now. Hold up. Premier League. All right, let me get that. So, the EPL. Guys, stop it. Don't even come in quest. Shout out to Villa because they've made this interesting. So let's just ignore fourth from down. Again, I'm not getting into Chelsea's situation. 10 points and without any consistency, Chelsea without defense, I'm good. So those guys are freaking done. So are Liverpool. I think Liverpool and Chelsea is trying to fight for top 4. Villa. The way Villa are playing is just not sustainable. The fact that 17 games, so we're like 2 games from halfway through the season, and these guys are 3 points off the top is crazy impressive. And if you just look at their run, that is so. Their last loss was on the 1st of November to Liverpool. That was their last loss. So, beat Bournemouth, beat Leeds, beat Wolves, beat Brighton, beat Arsenal, beat West Ham, and beat United. And I think, yeah, they beat City, didn't they? Beating City as well. So the fact that they beat both City and Arsenal, teams ahead of them, is flipping out amazing. But remember, those 2 games were at the crib. So they're now going to have to face City and Arsenal away, which is going to be much harder. But The fact that their last loss was in November is crazy. You have to put some love on Unai Emery, because what Unai Emery is doing is amazing. Because what I would always say, if you've got like an inferior team that is winning like this and beating superior teams, it's on the manager. Because the fact that you are able to beat a Man City, you're able to beat a you're able to beat a Man City, you're able to beat an Arsenal, you're able to beat a Man United with all the money that they've spent. It is coaching, it is strategy, it's on the manager. So give Unai Emery his love. And look, it's a crazy run. I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think that they can make it last. But again, if they keep on winning, you cannot ignore these guys. So realistically, it's going to be a two-horse race. Realistically, it's going to be a two-horse race. But I think by the time we get to like week 25, 26, Villa will tail off. They will lose. They will get into a bad run. So Villa's focus should really be top 4, top 5, but they might as well go. So this is for Arsenal, man. So for Arsenal, you see, that loss to Villa, I think psychologically hit them. And I think that because remember, I thought it was over. What made it crazy for Arsenal was that draw to Sunderland and that draw to Chelsea. Because if you would think about how Arsenal were going, you would assume that they'd beat Sunderland, that they'd beat Arsenal. Because if you look at it, so before the Sunderland draw, the last time that they dropped points was against Man City, 1-1. So since that City game, it was win. Then it was the draw to Sunderland, dramatically, and then the draw to Chelsea. Both those games, the Sunderland and the Chelsea game, you would expect them to win. So I think the big hiccup was the Sunderland one mixed with the Chelsea one. That's when I was like, ooh. Because if, based on just their form, if they had beaten Sunderland and beaten Chelsea, oh, bro, there's literally separation between them, City and Villa. And that Villa loss, I think psychologically may have affected them for Wolves and Everton. So, but the key thing here is, okay, I want to go to fixtures for the Premier League. So the key thing here is next weekend. So this is where it gets psychological. City play first against Forest. Not easy away to Forest, but if they beat them, just like this past weekend, Arsenal will now be behind and then have to psychologically now be able to deal with the pressure at home and beat Brighton. And then they've got Villa next week. But remember, Chelsea have Villa. So see, if Villa, put it this way, I'm not taking Villa seriously at all. But if Villa were to beat Chelsea and then Arsenal, we've got to take them seriously, 100%. If they win those two games, Villa have to be taken seriously. But I see us beating Villa. And I believe Arsenal I think Aston Villa will be a draw. I could already see that being a draw. So who do Man City play? So City are away to Sunderland. Not the easiest thing, but let's be real. I feel that City, these two games for City they should win these games, which is against Sunderland and against Forest. But they're both away. But based on how City are playing and on their form, I think Sunderland is the harder game, but you would expect them to win these two games based on their form. But again, it's not a foregone conclusion. I think for Arsenal, it's going to be the real pressure. So if City beats Forest, Arsenal now have to react at the crib, at home, on Holloway Road against Brighton. And I think the big one is next weekend, is Arsenal against Villa. Because again, so they'll play, remember, so they play on the Tuesday. Homeboys will not play on the Wednesday. City will not play on the Wednesday. So it's going to be key. But guys, we can't assume City beat Forest. Remember, we assume Arsenal will beat Sunderland. Don't assume City beat Shondach. Don't assume. Sunderland are a good team. Don't be surprised if Sunderland get a result against City. So I think the thing about the Premier League and the beauty about the EPL, especially this season, is you can never predict anything that can happen. So don't be surprised if City drop points against Forest and drop points against Sunderland. And if Arsenal now take care of Brighton and they beat Villa, the table now looks very different. So I feel these next two games, I think, could prove to be pivotal. And don't assume that it's just going to, as everybody is going to win in these next two games. So let's look at some play stats. 19 Gs. So Think about this. So remember, Kane, 19 goals in Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. Erling Haaland, 19 goals in the EPL. So for Haaland, this is way more impressive. His XG is 16. Look at that. Outperformed it by 90. Like, look, I think that Haaland is one of the greatest goal scoring talents that I think we've ever seen. And I do believe that we are going to see a scenario where this dude is going to just break. If he stays at City long enough, he is going to destroy that Alan Shearer record. So it's all about whether he stays. If he stays, that record is completely gone, 100%. Shout out to your boy Bruno Fernandes, 7 assists. Cherki has been injured for a long time. So the fact that Cherki is already on 6 assists shows that this guy is that danger mouse. So if Cherki keeps going how he's going and he keeps on creating and Haaland is there, because what Haaland needed is a creator. Give Haaland a creator, he's going to cook. So if Cherki keeps on assisting and creating the way that he does and Haaland keeps scoring, it's game over. What do you notice here that is very dangerous? There's not a single Arsenal player either on the top scorer charts or assist charts. Now, that's not the worst possible thing, but put it this way. I'll be surprised if Arsenal win the league without having any of the top 3 goal scorers or the top 3 assisters. The fact that we're here and neither are there, you can look at it as 2 ways. Team. Arsenal are spreading the love all around. So everybody is contributing from defenders, midfielders, and attackers, and they're not reliant on any one person. But if you're looking at the long run, specifically how City are playing, if Arsenal doesn't have at least one person in double figures in goals, or at least one person in top 3 in assists, I just do not know how that can logically lead into a league win. But again, there are many ways to win a league. But I do think that Arsenal will need at least one person in double figures of goals. It has to be someone. Look, it's interesting. I still believe Arsenal win this league. I still believe that they do. 2 points is nothing. 2 points is absolutely nothing. And if Villa win these next 2 games, I don't know whether we can have a different scenario, but I just can't take Villa seriously because I just feel the way they're playing is unsustainable. So Arsenal should still win the league, but what was these next few games and these next few fixtures are going to prove pivotal because City are getting in form and they're scoring goals. And Arsenal looks slightly nervous. But if Arsenal can deal with these next 2 fixtures and keep on winning and creating some separation, they can say what's up. But guys, we have a real damn tight race and it gets real. One love. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real. And stay humble.